Welcome to Conversations and Opinions. I'm Shae.
I'm Clorissa.
I'm Caronica.
And I'm Tarvis. This subject is really interesting to me, and it is insecurities. Do you have insecurities? Are your insecurities valid? Did they change as you went through each stage of life? What is insecurities? Do we have that definition? All right, Caronica.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Well, I don't have the definition.
Right. Well, Caronica looks it up. Shae, what do you think insecurities are?
So I believe insecurities are things, or lack of feeling when it comes to, I'll give you an example. So for instance, for me, my insecurity is speaking in public. I don't feel comfortable as a lack of confidence. I don't feel comfortable speaking in front of a lot of people, and I get nervous. Yeah. I'm focused on how people looking at me and what they might be saying, or see if I can hear the whispers. You know, I'm like almost kind of like hallucinating about this
But
situation.
is that an insecurity or something you just haven't had practice with getting comfortable
Well, it's
doing?
an insecurity because it's something that I lack the confidence in. And that's what insecurity is a lack of confidence.
Well, speaking of the definition, what she's saying is
Accurate.
pretty much right.
Okay.
It's uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence.
So you get anxiety?
Yeah.
Or not? Oh,
I
wow.
have, like everybody know when I would sing in church.
Really?
And that's so funny. I'm glad you mentioned that,
What?
because insecurity, sometimes people on the outside can't see it. Because I remember growing up, and she always would sing with my mom and the rest of our family. And I didn't know there was an insecurity until one time she was like, kind of like freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, you always do this. She was like, I always feel like this. I always feel like I'm about to pass out. I was like, you do? I didn't realize that.
I be losing my faculty, like literally.
Really?
Never knew, because you be blowing the roof off.
And then I start to get so insecure to where I forget the words.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I get so bad. It's so
no,
bad.
we didn't think that at all.
It's
my
extremely bad. Like I literally be like.
Well,
losing
she's
my
now
mind.
to sing
Right.
two songs in one.
Blend the two, a medley, a short medley. Oh, wow.
If you ain't know, now you know. But yeah, it was bad.
That
It was
is
real
really,
bad.
and you can't tell because you
Right.
look so confident. Your delivery is always like,
Exactly.
Not all the time, because I remember when I first started singing at the church a long time ago, and I remember like I started to like I never have given my best in singing.
What?
I've never given my best because I was.
Are you kidding me?
You don't understand. I've never given my best in singing because I am so fearful of what's gonna come out of my mouth. So I've always held back. I was always scared to go too high. I was always scared to go too low. I was always scared to do certain things with my voice. So I would never I wouldn't even practice. I never practiced. You know, so it was.
Girl,
it was
you ain't
bad.
never practiced. You have never been your full,
I
authentic
practiced the song
self.
itself, but I've never practiced to
check out your full level of ability.
Yeah, never.
Girl, what?
Yeah.
So you could have been.
I'm like the prime. I'm the prime example of insecurity.
Even with the talent, though, insecure with the talent.
I'm always insecure with my talents.
Wow.
Any talent that I have, I've always been.
Oh yeah,
insecure
because
about
the
it.
hair thing. I think I have more confidence than her. I think the first time
my
she
gosh.
ever did hair, I was like, "Look, I'm do my braids," and she was like, "I don't know how to." Yes, you do. All you gotta do is do like this and do the
She
braids.
used to make me do.
So my
different
confidence
styles.
in her was like, "Oh, I think she could do anything."
Everybody so
But
much in
she didn't think she was like, "Yeah, just do it like that." All you gotta do is do like that. Do it like that.
She's
And
like, I need my
Just
hair
do it like
done.
that. Just do it
So
like
I'm
that.
confident.
She don't even know what the heck she was talking about.
I didn't know how to do
She
that.
just saw what the girl was doing. She was like, "You should do it like that." I was like, so I could, if I saw somebody do something, I could repeat it, or I could.
So you have photogenic memory.
I ain't gonna say that, but
When it comes to hair,
yeah, it's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah, like even with my job, like if I see somebody do certain things, like for some people they have to write everything down. I can write it down first week, just to, have notes or whatever, but I never really go to the notes. I always remember what I did.
Yeah,
By action.
Me
too. I learned by doing.
Physical.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you sit me down and like I've been in situations, I would just plop in the middle of something and like, figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only way I learn.
That's the only way
just
I can
in the fire, huh?
truly learn and be good at what. Yeah.
So, do you have any?
That's the revelation of the day. Let me just say, I would
Right.
have never thought from hearing her sing.
Absolutely
anytime that she
not.
was not confident.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I have insecurities. Yeah, lots. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. Well, did you want me to share some?
Yes. Give us an example.
Amen.
I mean, wow.
Amen. Yeah, I have. It's funny that she mentioned her talent because I have an insecurity when I'm presenting things that I've completed for clients sometimes, or with writing. Anytime I write something for somebody,
I wouldn't think that about
I know that's so interesting,
Right.
But every time you present something new to people, even though it's your talent, that's what they think you're great for. It's always like, okay, you're waiting for their feedback. All right.
God. Yeah.
So and then of course personal insecurities. Of course, everybody has their things. Like I always wished that I had straight teeth from the jump. I didn't. I had to get braces. Well, they weren't crooked. They just had a space in between every single tooth. So that was an insecurity. A lot of my insecurities were physical.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. No, I had
Me
braces
either.
from 23 to 26. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was grown. My mama was like, they're not hurting. Okay, so no, we're just gonna leave that like that. So yeah, physical insecurities, of course. Appearance, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coronica?
We share one, like stage fright, like just speaking in front of people. Like, that freaks me out.
You save that one, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get anxiety too?
Yeah, I get anxiety, probably forget everything I'm about to say. And yeah, I kind of go where am I at? How did I get here?
I'm disoriented.
Who dropped me off in this location? Like, what happened? Yeah, so that's one I have. And a previous one, it's not like that now, but I'll talk about old insecurities too, was skin. Because growing up, my skin was and it was so crazy because I was the only one. Only one in my household who suffered. I'm say suffered.
I have bad skin.
Shae.
It's me.
Next.
Right.
Yes.
That's her feeling.
And the fact is,
We ain't never seen there's no picture you gonna find showing that was bad skin. But no, my mom and Shae had beautiful skin growing, and I had,
Challenges.
Yes.
That's good job. So that was an insecurity, and it seemed like as I get older, those challenges are
becoming less.
Yeah, it's not really a problem. But and of course, the weight gain insecurity because it fluctuated throughout my life.
Okay.
So
Girl, do that 15
it wasn't
more times.
always an insecurity, but sometimes it is an insecurity.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say my insecurity is based off of because I'm not looking. I won't say never, but I'm not looking on the outside wanting to be a size 5. I'm looking to be the best me that I know I can be as far as for me. So it's my own insecurity that I like. Oh, girl, what you doing?
Yeah,
type of thing. So
Okay.
that's mine.
Believe it or not, my insecurity I share with both of you is speaking in front of individuals.
No, ma'am.
But let me explain that.
Look, I'm
Which is weird because I've never met a stranger. I will talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. And everybody says you're a clown, you should do stand-up comedian. But when it's almost like structured and I'm told this is what you have to do, as opposed to if I say,
Free
okay,
fall,
guys,
right. Yeah.
yes, let's just have this quick meeting. Then, I'm my authentic self.
Yeah.
I don't tense up. But when you say, oh, I need you to present, and maybe that's my mind playing tricks on me because they say, Tarvis, in the beginning, we can tell your voice is shaky. But when you get relaxed and settled in the presentation, you are you. But I think I'm playing tricks with myself.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't have a problem with talking in front of millions of people because I'm a clown. But I'm like,
Is that what I gotta be?
no, you don't have to.
No, I agree with that because I feel the same way. Like I can talk in front of people and
Right.
I can
Right.
talk to anybody. But it's like you said, like
The
When
structure
you're saying-
piece to
oh,
it.
go on out there and do that. And he's like,
that's
And
the
who, me?
difference.
Share these facts of this presentation.
Right.
Like,
What?
yeah.
My best educated conversations, it's over the phone.
Oh,
I was
because you're not
talking to-
face to face.
It seems that I'm able to really articulate myself better when I don't have an audience at all.
Well, I beg to differ, Shae, because you be articulating yourself on these
But
podcasts.
you should hear me on the phone.
It's a whole nother level.
I'll be schooling some people. You hear me?
we need a
Right.
sidebar.
Real,
Right,
like,
right.
So with these insecurities, though, have they held you back? Have your insecurities held you back from
Yes.
anything?
Yes.
I know mine have.
Oh, yes.
All day
yes.
long.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us an
I could have been
example.
on American Idol.
See?
I still
Or
think
The Voice,
you
my
should-
favorite.
I think you
Yeah, The
should
Voice is
still
my favorite,
try
too.
out for The Voice, Shae. I really, really do.
Girl, not with these pipes now. I feel like I sound like I'm in, like smoking.
Give
and
us a little
drinking
taste, Shae.
Even though you're not smoking and drinking, for the record,
Right.
my cousin don't smoke and drink.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Come on, Shae. Just give
A
us
little
something.
drink and
Just give us Jesus
Shae.
love the little children.
Come on,
just a
Shae,
little
just a
bit.
little something.
Come on, Shae. Just come on. Come
Now,
on.
after this, you know you're going to have to stand up and give a presentation since you're putting her on the spot.
Right.
Her thing.
I ain't
What
saying
am-
nothing.
What am I have to present?
I haven't sung in.
Shae, no, seriously.
So
like,
Yeah.
I haven't sung in like 20 years.
Okay.
if not true.
Take them to church, right?
Right.
Take us to church, Shae, real quick.
Um,
You can do His Eyes on the Sparrow. I know you know that. While she preparing herself, what were you gonna say? Because I felt like you were gonna say something.
I'm just wondering how we can not let our insecurities take over. For me, my insecurities are literally they're handicapping. Like if I have a situation
I agree.
where I am
I agree.
not confident, I will literally like I
Shae
know
be
we were
thinking about
joking
the
around.
song.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Right.
She
She
giving
locked
you this
in.
break.
Right.
But if I am in a situation where I'm not secure about
Shae,
something,
think about the
I will
song.
literally think about it and I will handicap myself. Like I will, I'm not coming to the thing anymore. I'm not coming out the house. Like I'm so serious about that. So we have to figure out a way to keep our insecurities from holding us back. From
Yeah, I agree. Because a lot of times I'd be like, no, that it looks like they want you to present something on that team. So won't be doing that
I'm
one.
gonna avoid that.
See.
So, but even to be honest with you with this podcast, it was one of those things like,
Yeah.
Really?
because it was like, but then this is a little different because I'm speaking, but I don't have a problem with speaking amongst people.
And it's it's comfortable because
In
you know the people.
conversation, yes. But
Yeah.
it's just that if you threw me out there, like you said, to present something,
Right,
it
it's a
changes
difference.
the
Because
atmosphere.
I bet at work you talk to quite a few coworkers and you look up and it's like a group of them standing around, everybody joining in.
Yeah.
That don't even phase
Yeah,
you.
no.
Because you were just in your element.
right.
But again, Caronica, go do that. You like me. What?
Say what?
No, we good right here in this
Exactly.
circle.
Right.
Exactly.
So Shae, are you ready?
y'all don't be.
If you're gonna pass out,
Okay.
don't do it.
Okay.
Like if you feel faint and flush.
I've learned how to feel holy, and I've learned how to feel right. I'm not singing the right song.
Look, I'm about to
Oh
cry.
my right. God, for her to say that she does. I can't even.
How come you always call when she sings?
I don't know.
You
I
know
don't
what?
know, but
it's funny you should say that because my brother, every time Shae sings,
Oh my goodness.
I just
We'll
saw
take him
the
to tears.
complete wrong words.
It don't matter.
no, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I just want you guys to know that we have a cousin who really has pipes. So all them prayer
Not with
warriors
that
out there,
demonstration.
please pray that her confidence will get to a
Yes,
level
yes,
where she
yes.
can actually go to The Voice.
Touch and agree.
Right.
Touch and agree.
Yes, yes,
touch
yes,
and
Don't
agree.
be doing that.
Touch
Yes,
and
yes,
agree.
yes.
Touch
Yes,
and agree.
yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, I get
my
emotional every
God.
time she's like
Yeah.
every
And
time.
she actually sings our intro song.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Shae on the intro.
Yes.
No. Wait a minute.
Shae? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Everybody gets it like a month after. Wait, is that Shae? Yes, it is. So that's our theme song. Going back to the beginning and play that thing.
Yes.
That's Shae.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what you were gonna say, Shae?
I was just gonna say, we gonna have to cut that part.
No.
That was horrible.
But the whole point is that the insecurities that hold us back. Sometimes we just have to get out there and do it.
Jump off the porch.
Yeah, I be trying, but it just
It is hard. Like I'm at a point now that I want to do things in life that I've never done before. Like I'm really ready to like jump out airplanes.
Go ahead
and do things like.
Go ahead.
I thought about that.
I'm just ready
I
to.
changed my mind.
I'm just ready.
Yeah.
And it's so funny you should say that because our producer friend said that's what he did. I said,
I'm just ready to do
You
it.
will?
Scary. No, I that's one thing. My fear of heights is
But
debilitating.
I did iFly, and that's a simulation. So
Oh, did
I'm
you do-
good with that.
okay.
I love, and he was like, "You do great. You could jump out of." I said, "No, sir, this is it."
I just want to do something that is gonna like.
blow the water.
Yeah.
blow the water for you. Open up the doors.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah.
The
well,
possibilities
talk to
are.
That was on my bucket list.
What?
I have a bucket list of things that I want to do in life before I leave this earth. And that was one of them.
Skydiving?
Until I was watching a lot of people do that, and I realized I'm about to be 45 years old, and I don't think my hip can take it.
Oh, the hip.
Oh, to
I'm
come down
like,
and
because
land.
everybody I know after a certain age, everybody have hip problems. I'm like,
Oh, let me
so-
tell you,
Yes.
the older you get, your body doesn't heal. Trust me.
Like when
just
you
went
fall-
over a foot situation from July. You couldn't have told me it would have took me this long. Although, shout out to my cousin, which one told me that it's gonna take you 6 to 8 weeks. I said, quit putting that on me. And darn it, that's what it was.
Took that time.
Yes. So another one of my insecurities was me being buck-toothed and four-eyed. I'm still buck-toothed. That side profile ain't a cute one. But
What is wrong with you?
I just refuse
Is
to
that
get
buck?
brain.
Not buck tooth.
Yes, I am. I
What they
am
call it
one-
now, overbite.
Yes.
Oh.
And they used to say,
go
"Oh,
with
your
some intelligent
overbite is so sexy." I almost cussed. Ain't nothing sexy about this one tooth off overbite. You understand me? It's just, but I've learned to accept it, and I'm not paying money for it. The only thing that I've altered on my entire body is my eyes.
Got the laces.
Yes, and that's the best investment I will ever do because I don't need glasses, and it's a joy not to be reaching for them in the morning. Hold on, wait. Now you just get up and you go. But these teeth here, people say get Invisalign, and then till your teeth continue to shift, because don't you have to wear
If you don't
a
wear a
retainer on? Yeah. So that's another one of. But I don't have too many outside of those two. I think speaking in front of people when you push me to do it, and then me learning to live with my buck tooth.
Sure,
I
have
agree with that.
But I think
I've
that
pushed
those are the
myself to do a
surface
lot of
ones that I can
things.
think
Yeah,
of.
those are the only ones I'm willing to disclose.
Right. I know
We're
with
gonna have
a lot
a
of
slumber party if we all go through the list
Right.
of things.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I know guys with a lot of things when it comes to insecurities. Like I put myself in situations of making myself to do it.
Yeah.
Like when I did the bucket list, because I have a really bad fear of heights, I was saying I'm going to get on this roller coaster and I'm going to do this. And
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And so the last thing was to jump out of the airplane until I saw that person. I was like, oh.
And what was
Like
the
there's
other thing
no
you
way I
did?
could do that one.
The whitewater rafting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we did that. That was awesome. That was
Let me tell
a
you,
bucket
and
list too.
I can't even float. Okay.
I can't swim either. So.
And this one right here talked us into going to that.
Well,
When
she talked me into doing it, so
Let me
I
tell you.
pretended like I was
excited.
Okay,
confident about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I was literally sugar honey iced tea
I bet.
in my pants.
She called. I think out of all the ladies that went on this trip, she was the most terrified.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because the guide person, we asked him, was like, how many people of color do you get? He said, none.
See what I'm saying?
I was like, see, I'm out of here. I'm
and
outta
tell
here.
me, come on, Tarvis, come on, cousin. This one, come on,
But
cousin.
it was an experience because I can't swim. So in my mind, when Shae was like, let's do it, I'm like, okay, well, you can float and you can hold yourself up. So what about me?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I've called. They said that this is somebody's going to be out there with us. So I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, because I psych myself, I'm like, I ain't falling. Ain't no way I'm getting in that water.
Yep.
I made sure I did not.
Me too. Had a locked cramp on this side from securing my one foot.
Didn't know you had muscles in them areas, right?
Do you hear me? I was like,
But see, the thing about it is not letting our insecurities of not being able to swim stop us from doing stuff.
Or getting on a roller
Right.
coaster like you forced me to do.
Oh my God, that was
a
hilarious.
month ago.
That was not a real roller coaster.
Yes, it was. You weren't even there.
I saw
even
it.
there.
I saw it.
so what she just said
was
was
a
fact.
children-
You see,
It was a children's amusement park.
Well, you cannot tell Clorissa it was no real.
It was the
roller coaster.
little. Remember the little hayride?
No,
the
she
kids
was-
used to be.
she
It
wasn't
actually
there.
was actually good roller coaster because we were shocked that the little kids got on
Yes,
the roller coaster.
yes.
The fact
But-
that a little kid 5 and 4, can
But
get on
they
the
shouldn't have
roller
got
coaster.
it. That was really. It was.
It was a real
It was a
roller
real
coaster ride.
It just wasn't long.
Yes.
So it wasn't a long roller coaster, but Clorissa was the
Clorissa, you wouldn't
funniest.
been able to get on Batman, huh?
I'm never getting on it. So you're right. I wouldn't. And I won't.
She was the most. You could not even be scared being on the roller coaster with Clorissa because I've never been on a roller coaster with someone who have conversations with you about their emotions. Like she
Wow.
was really going
During the
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, she was letting me know that and we talked about why the roller coaster was built and things like that. So I mean,
I was terrified. I was holding on to Caronica. I mean, I was literally, I couldn't even believe myself because I'm very composed and I can usually make it out of any situation. My sisters were behind us in the car behind us.
laughing, weren't they?
Dying laughing. Like, are you serious? I'm like, huh. I mean, my eyes, I opened them like twice and both
But
times.
she calmed herself down. She's
Yeah.
really able to calm herself down.
Yeah.
She was freaking out that she was like, okay. And I'm like,
Caronica was laughing the whole
because I have
time.
never experienced anybody doing through all these emotions like on a roller coaster. I mean, she was calming herself
It
down.
was a children's.
No, it was not. She wasn't there, y'all. Don't listen to
Okay.
her. Don't listen to
So
her.
I saw.
you said, do you think insecurities hold us back?
Yes.
Do you guys feel like, in any instance, that an insecurity can be helpful to you?
No.
Probably save your life. There's some people who probably shouldn't do certain things.
No. I
Why?
don't think
No, because I think that because you don't try things, that it doesn't help you because you don't know what
Yeah.
you can.
you're giving into something by
Yeah.
standing behind your
Yeah.
insecurity. Now that doesn't say don't listen to your instincts.
Right.
Because if you had got there and the whitewater raft had a big hole in it and you said, I'm not gonna let my insecurity like that, that's crazy. Because
Right.
you've seen a safety
Right,
issue.
right.
But no, don't stand
I
behind your
disagree.
insecurities. What?
I believe that sometimes your insecurity can save your life.
How?
it's a roller coaster that's for children.
So, for instance, I'll give you an example. So you have some people, and it's not saying that it's like the best situation, but like you have some people who was insecure about going to a becoming in the military, but this particular for that person, they probably could have passed away by going into the military and going to
So
war
are you
for
speaking about
I'm just
individuals
like-
with PTSD?
like some people, like there's certain
I think
things
I
that
said that right. PSTD.
PTSD.
PTSD.
Okay. Yeah, or some people who like there could have been something that could have happened, but because you said, okay, I'm not going to do that, because you was insecure about it, you probably stepped back and didn't do this particular thing that could have got you. Some people,
That sounds like a fear, though, more than insecurity.
Yeah, because that's
So, but our fear and insecurity is the same.
No.
No.
No, they're not.
Okay.
I have a fear of my child dying. That's not an insecurity.
well, what I
That's
mean
just a
by
fear.
like, it's like for instance, like say with the whole jumping out of the airplane, that particular insecurity. I mean, it could have might have saved somebody. They probably would have hurt themselves.
Well,
Really
you can hurt
badly.
yourself just by doing anything. So I don't think that insecurity. I think not feeding into your insecurities holds you back in life.
It's hindering.
Yes.
It's hindering.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe that.
Because if you want to do stuff, if the first thought is, oh, but if I do that, I got to do this, so I'm not going to do that, then you're holding yourself back because you really want to do it, but you're just scared because of this thing that you know you might have to do this
The
presentation.
thing you
So,
conjured up in your
yeah,
own
yeah.
If the
head.
person was insecure about flying, but then they didn't get on a plane because
That's
they
a
was
fear.
insecure,
That's
and
insecurity.
then the plane crashed.
But that can happen.
No, but insecurity, like you said, is about lack of confidence for your own performance,
Right.
or your own appearance or something.
Right.
So
Right.
that's just a fear.
Yeah.
If you're scared to get on the plane or something, like I had a fear of the roller coaster. It wasn't necessarily an insecurity; it was just a fear, a natural fear that I have.
So that's something
heights.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some people have fear of heights, fear of.
But just think about it. If you're insecurity, what if you go on to become the next Whitney Houston?
No.
That was who said no?
Right. You don't know that, Shae.
But because you didn't put, okay, so everybody is not going to be the next Whitney Houston. We all know that. But if you never put forth any effort in your abilities
Yeah.
because of insecurities, then you don't know where you would have landed. Whether you were the next NDRE or the next Whitney Houston, you just don't know how far you could get in life
Yeah.
by doing certain things.
You hold yourself back from
Yeah.
your own potential.
I agree with those things. I totally agree with those things. It's just, my stomach just can't take it. I was talking to one of my coworkers because I never really sing seriously ever. So like when we be at work and we be doing, I have a coworker who I told him, I said, my mother will love you because he be singing these old school songs and he like in his 20s. He like super young.
Yeah,
and I'm
like,
like,
what you know about
he
that
got
song?
a seriously old song. And I'm looking, and I'm like, boy, it was amazing. And so we got other people who sing really good. And I'm like, I said, there's a difference between because one of my coworkers was like, Monyettaj, I heard you sing, blah, blah, blah. You should do this. I'm like, girl, please. There's a difference between somebody who can sing and somebody who is a singer, someone who performs. People perform should be amongst the stars and
But it's
singing for
also I get what you're going, but it also covers up your insecurity.
That's it too.
Because
I'm
you
not
got
a
the girl
performer,
that's
so-
a Summer, what's her name, Summer Walker, who she was terrified to be performing in
Do
front
the
of people.
shows and
She
everything.
missed out on shows because of that, and they like, hey, but she has a beautiful voice, like she's really good. But if your insecurities, if you're telling yourself that you don't know what you can be or what you can perform or how you perform because you never tried because of your insecurity.
Okay, so what's an insecurity you're gonna give up? This we're going into the next year. Something you're gonna give up before this year is out. Start with you, Tarvis. Come on, what you gonna give up?
I'm going to give up the fear or the insecurity of when I'm asked to present or talk to people. I'm just going to have to figure it out in my mind that it's just any other conversation. And I'll probably picture us talking, and that will calm me. So I'll settle in earlier than later.
So you're gonna give up the insecurity of your speaking publicly.
Yes.
Caronica?
Well, I have several that I'm gonna do, but I think the same thing with you, just putting myself out there.
Yeah.
Just saying yes or being okay or telling yourself in mind like I can do if it's just the littlest things.
Right.
But also going back on like an insecurity that I have complete control of is going back on my weight loss journey.
Yeah.
So I want to put effort into that because those insecurities I can clear up.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's what I'm gonna
I'm
do.
piggybacking right on that, cousin. I constantly fear just how you appear in person or to people. So I have to give up the insecurity of working out in front of a group of, I'm gonna not go to the gym at that time because all those people are there. Just go. If you're there, you're all doing the same thing. I'm making it up. Because those people at the gym are not concerned about how I'm breathing on the treadmill or
They're worried about their own.
They're worried about themselves. So just same
Right.
thing, cousin. Thank you.
Okay.
Maybe we can go together.
Yes.
Okay.
Shae?
So I decided to write like a bucket list of things that I want to accomplish with my insecurities when it comes to my
Singing. I'm sorry.
when it comes to my speaking in public and speaking in front of people and being able to articulate myself the way I feel so comfortable to do over the phone. And then I think doing that, I think that's like the biggest insecurity. So if I'm able to do that, then a lot of the stuff kind of like just goes away.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because I think that's just my thing. Like, Like, I am so terrified about being in front of people. I don't understand why. I've always been like that. I remember my mother used to my mother and I used to argue about me singing. I hated it. Like,
wow.
we used to argue, and I remember, like, one of the things that made me feel so sad when I think about it is I remember me and my mother having a really big blowout argument about the last time I went home, and they wanted me to sing at the church. Girl, I was like, I just want to be able to sit in the church and enjoy myself. I can't never just enjoy myself. I got to be stressed out and pressed out because I wasn't confident in singing at all. And, it's just, and it was weird because I was the type of person I could direct. My mother had no rhythm whatsoever when it came to stuff, and I was always directing her. So I was insecure. I was secure enough to tell other people about how to do stuff, but it was hard for me to do it myself.
So I guess the moral of this episode is, number one, what are you insecure about? How will you overcome these insecurities?
Yes.
Because it is helpful when you have a group of people that pump you up, because literally everybody in this room has lifted me up and pumped me up to move past things I was fearful of. And I'm here to offer that support to all of you ladies as well. And I just think, share in the comments how you guys can give us some tips and pointers on how to move past.
Yes.
And give some tips to the other people who may have insecurities that we didn't mention today. But I think this is a good one, y'all.
Yes.
Self-esteem.
So please subscribe, like, comment, and we appreciate you joining us on Conversations and Opinions.
I'm so dramatic.
Bye.